Hi all, welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining. 685 days, housing challenge, and job dysfunctional. I get a little few gigs here and there. It's rough out here. So I'm going to share my testimony, and I'm going to share a few other people's testimony as we all feel the pain together. This is about as cheap as I can find it anywhere in Seattle. It's $1 cheaper than in the city. That's still way out of line. Welcome to Seattle. There you go. Right across the street is $6.50, and you got $7.80 for diesel, cash price and credit price. $6.50 for cash, right across the street from $5.55. That will be at $8 to $10 a gallon by the summer. Yes, you're reading that right. $7 for diesel, $5.56 for 87 octane. $6.16 for 92, not $6.99. It's $7. On an empty tank, I bet you I put in 125, probably 140 bucks. And I might as well fill it up because it's just gonna keep increasing in price. I bet you we're at 10 bucks a gallon very soon. I'm just gonna fill it up. I might as well. It isn't going to get any cheaper anytime soon, if ever. This is going to dip into my emergency fund. That is unacceptable. I need employment. I need income ASAP. People, help.
Up, up, and away. It keeps going and going.
I have a 5.4 liter. I get 10 miles to the gallon. That's right. It's going to cost me $5.56 every 10 miles that I drive. I'm stopping at 140 bucks. Oh heck, I might as well just keep let it go because it's not going down anytime soon, if ever. They are going to destroy us, every one of us. I'll stop at 150 bucks. That'll fill me up. $150, folks. $150 to fill my tank. Wow, this hurts a lot. Help, help. Oh, the pain, the pain.
Oh, the pain. The pain.
Completely unacceptable. I'm going to die out here alone. Here we are. $150 for a full tank. $150. 25 gallons. Help!
Americans' financial situation, I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's all. That's the only thing that motivates me.
35, 45, 45, 55, 65, 75, 75, 85, 85, 95, 95, 100, 110, 110, 10, down 20, 134.
Gas prices being this high in Texas is actually insane.
Get every drop.
But this is in Indiana. I know I'm not seeing a 5 and a 3 together.
Bro, 479. 479? 499. What the?
Gas prices are just gouging everybody. I know I'm not alone. You're not alone either. Let me know in the comments what your gas prices are where you are. Let me know what they were just 6 months ago. Let's say just before Christmas. What were we paying for gas compared to now, 4 months later? Since Christmas, how much has your gas prices been raised?
What should Congress do about gas prices at $4.11 national average?
Well, there's nothing we can do.
I mean, I don't like to brag about all the expensive places I've been, but earlier today I went to the gas station.
Gasoline and diesel fuel and oil is a product of the conflict in Iran.
How do you square that patience with impatience with gas prices under Biden when it at times is $3.30, $3.40?
I don't have to square anything with you. Okay?
Politicians should not get a free pass on the ridiculously high energy prices under the Biden administration.
Do you think that the war should stop because of this? How patient can you be?
Talking about energy prices.
Just because gas prices have come down a little bit, they're still really high.
430 gas prices. Do you think the war in Iran has gone on long enough?
Americans are not joyful when they go to the gas station and fill up their car.
Gas prices at 430 national average. Do you think the Iran war has gone on long enough?
Oh, it's not about how long it goes on. It's about how it ends.
Americans are so displeased with gas prices, they're slapping these Biden "I did that" stickers on the pumps. We ought to drag those oil companies in and chew them out. I think they're gouging.
In my state, average price of a gallon of gas has gone from just over $2 to now well over $3. And it is the policies of this administration that's causing it.
How do you explain the patience for prices around $4 a gallon now?
Because the difference is solving the problem, not creating a higher price environment like the Biden administration was doing with the Green New Deal.
We're pumping more oil and gas than we ever have before. Well, then why aren't prices coming down at the pump? Gasoline is a commodity that has a worldwide price structure. So I have patience for now.
You know, that woman from the first clip to the second clip, my guess is she was schooled. I think Zios took her aside and said, shh, 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 as they do with all these guys. They're all in the pocket.
Buttigieg is talking about, Teslas and battery-powered cars while the American people can't afford gas.
We'll get gas prices down. It's just we're going through the important resetting the stage on Iran.
If you've got a job, you have to travel to your job. That means that it's going to cost you more to travel.
It's a small price to pay whenever you consider that he's saving millions of lives in the future.
We're saving millions of lives in the future, people. Don't you forget it. You don't matter. We'll destroy billions of lives in the process. But don't worry, we're saving millions of lives in the future. Delusional.
Record gas prices, I know they're down a little bit, but nationally 60% higher than they were when Biden took office.
What do you hear from your constituents about gas prices? Do they also see this as just a short-term thing?
I hope so. I mean, that's one of the reasons I'm communicating this. We have to do this.
We have to do this.
This is a short-term disruption for the long-term gain.
Short-term pain for the long-term gain.
Short-term pain be for long-term gain.
We're going to have some short-term pain with long-term gain.
Short-term pay for a long-term gain.
Some short-term pain, yes, but we've got some long-term gain. Short-term spike for a long-term gain.
Some short-term pain for American consumers. We may have to deal with that in the short term.
Short-term and temporary.
Temporary, short-term pain.
It's going to suck in the short term.
Some short-term pain. Short-term pain. We have to focus on the short-term.
Short-term.
Short-term, 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 and long-term.
Short-term blip.
Hopefully this is a short-term pain. Short-term is highly outweighed of the long-term benefits.
Some short-term pain for the long-term gain.
Short-term sacrifice for long-term gain.
Right? Okay. It's not scripted. What do you tell me, people? Are you feeling the short-term pain? Don't worry. Long-term gain's coming, especially if you're a billionaire stock investor. Meanwhile, for the rest of us...
What do you mean gas is $8.79?
$8.80 a gallon.
Who needs sex anymore? What I'm getting... By these gas prices!
What is gas where you all live? Because gas up in Chicago is like between $5 and like $5.50. And I don't know what it is nationwide, but like this is kind of bad. But don't worry, if we suspend the gas tax, it'll go down 18 cents.
I just wanted to get on here and say it was just $70 to fill up my 2001 Mazda B3000. If you don't know what that is, it's a Ford Ranger.
Unfortunately, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, gas is now up to $4.19 a gallon. $4.19 is ridiculous. It's absolutely insane.
I know we're feeling it from every angle. Gas, food, taxes, insurance, rent, mortgages, everything, you name it. We're all getting hammered. Rent is just crazy here. I can't afford it. That's why I'm living in my van. Even if I were working full-time, which I can't find a full-time job, that's another problem, the job market. But when you add it all together like this lady did here, you discover even more symptoms to this disease. And she describes it really well. She's gathering the facts and putting together the bigger picture.
Help this make sense. Okay, right now, gas is $4.19 a gallon in Texas, where I live. 6 months ago, that same gallon of gas was $2.65 for an increase of 55% over the past 180 days. Okay, I'm from Washington State, so I'm going to compare it to Washington. Right now, in Washington, the average price for a gallon of gas is $5.75. 6 months ago, the price of that gallon of gas was about $4.50 for a 35% increase over the past 180 days. So for the average 15 gallons of gas, let's just say 15 gallons of gas is filling up your car for average, that 15 gallons of gas is going to cost somebody in Texas about $63. The same 15 gallons is going to cost someone in Washington State $86. So why does Texas have a 55% increase over Washington's 35% increase in gas over the last 180 days? That's my first question. My second question, I want to address the minimum wage. Minimum wage in Texas is $7.25. The minimum wage in Washington State, $17.13 approximately. You know what that difference is? That's a difference of $9.88 an hour more, or 2.3 times higher minimum wage in Washington State. So for someone in Texas to buy that 15 gallons of gas, it's going to cost them 9 hours of work approximately. They're going to work 9 hours at that minimum wage for that gas, that tank of gas. In Washington, for that same 15 gallons of gas, they're going to work 5.5 hours, okay? 9 hours, 5.5 hours approximately. The last minimum wage increase in Texas was in 2009. That is 17 years ago since there has been a state minimum wage increase, a cost of living increase, anything, 17 years. Meanwhile, in Washington State, in the last 17 years, they've had 17 minimum wage increases, meaning about one a year, the minimum wage goes up, and their next increase is scheduled for January of 2027. Why, Texas, are you guys still living in wages from 2009? $7.25 an hour in the minimum wage, when prices are going up exponentially here more so than other places.
I don't know how you can do it. $7 minimum wage, $7. $7. I was making $7 back in the 80s. I think my first job back in 81 was $6 something. $7? How can you even, what is going on there? That's insane. Yeah, tell me how many hours you got to work to fill your gas tank. Here's another point. $17 an hour in Washington State. You can't survive on $17 an hour. Maybe full-time living in a van. You need at least $23 an hour just to scrape by here, to pay rent and pay everything else. $25 an hour is really what the minimum wage should be out here for survival. Most people in Seattle that are homeless, a lot of them, there's a lot of drugs. And there's a lot of people that are just a bunch of you-know-what. I meet a few people here and there that are desperately trying to keep their stuff together. They keep their vehicles clean like I do. They shower. They try to work. This is day 685 of being job dysfunctional and housing challenged. Any support is greatly appreciated. Please subscribe. That'll help a lot. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless you all, and pray. Now's the time for prayer. This is something that you won't hear from other channels, is repentance and prayer, going back to the Lord, seeking Jesus with all your heart, and repenting from this evil generation. And you can't just blame a bunch of politicians and rich people. We're all guilty in some respect or another. So we need each other out here. Well, I think that's going to be all for this video. Smash that notification bell, like and subscribe. I have a link in my descriptions to my FundMe page, which I started a couple years ago when I ended up in my van. It's touch and go. You never know. It's really rough to ride this ride. I'm not really super happy inside. I'm actually not thrilled at all, but somehow I gotta believe that I am being called, that there's a purpose for all of this. I don't know what it is, and I might not know until I die. But I really hope I find it before then, and I really hope that you find it before then. Pray for one another. Pray for each other out here. And I pray that you and yours will avoid this situation. And I pray to the end of the conflict. God have mercy. Thank you. And I'll see you next time.